And before beginning, I would love to hear from you. If you are seeking financial advice or have questions, I've put together a very short survey. The link is in the description, and I'm really interested to hear what your single most important financial advice question is. I have for you folks some terrific answers and financial advice on how to save for your first house. Buying your first home is one of the biggest and most important financial decisions that people make. People often end up living in their first home for 5, 10, 30 years, their whole lives. Saving up for that big purchase can seem totally overwhelming given that knowledge. You have to figure out how to save for your down payment. It's a down payment that you're gearing towards. There's so much to think about, but take the first initial inches towards this down payment. The details of financing with mortgages is a totally different conversation. The details of which house to buy and where to look for a home is a totally different conversation. Both of these conversations are lengthy. Both of these conversations are long and detailed. Stay focused initially on the small step of growing your down payment pile. You can start thinking about what down payment you want to put down. 20% is the traditional amount. Almost everybody's heard that before, but today you can put down nearly any percentage of the home's price. The financial advice has changed. Homes are regularly sold today with down payments just 5% of the purchase price. Even 2.5% can happen. Putting down less than 20% dings you with additional fees to pay each month until you hit that 20% mark. It's basically a higher interest rate for a short period of time. You can put down more than 20%. If you do, then you'll find your interest rate being knocked down a bit up to about a 40% down payment when the algorithms behind the scary mortgage pricing tend to no longer care about your extra cash. Time is so important. You have to think of how long of an initial saving process will take you. Think of when you want to be buying. Are you talking 12 months or 4 years? It doesn't make that much of a difference, but it matters to your personal goal setting. You're thinking of how much time to give yourself. You're thinking of when you really want to get this new place, but it also means thinking backwards to figure out how long it will take you to save the amount you want. You can make that budget, that calendar that says you're putting down a certain amount each month. You can eyeball it from your phone by looking at your accounts if that sounds more like you. The important thing is that you're watching the clock and keeping all your goals and deadlines together. Start looking at places to have a rough idea of prices. You can do this online, get some numbers in your head, the house next door, that neighborhood you think is cool, where you grew up, get some factual prices to add to your saving equation. You now have 3 variables already. You control almost none of them. It's really difficult to balance. Keep focused on continuing to grow your cash and be headed in the right direction. When you start getting close to buying a home, the chaos grows and grows. You're looking to buy, you're looking to save, you're looking to live. Planning for ending an active lease is almost impossible. It gives a tight deadline that can feel like a must. Have those contingencies ahead of time, like close family members to stay with for a couple months while you finalize the details of your house and savings. They see what you've been working towards. So many people want to be helping. They've been giving you help and financial advice before. It's really likely one of your parents' doors will be open to you. Saving for your first house is long-winded. It feels silly. Really, there are so many unknowns. Life was never like this. Keep your purpose with you. Your reason and your motivation for buying are only going to be making your momentum of monthly savings stronger. Let it propel you towards that first big move. If the real reason is mostly financial, you want to save money over renting longer term, then you have a rough idea of how much you'll save. If your big reason is to be following the crowd and doing what mom and dad and now all your friends are doing, then keep that with you. If you're just wanting that great starter home, that place, that thing that is yours, then that is terrific motivation for yourself. Even a few variables and flux together make things in life so complicated. Saving up for your home is so much involved. There are emotions boiling up in you that you never knew existed. You can breathe out knowing that your push, momentum, and savings will get you to that goal. Thanks a lot for watching, and don't forget to fill out the survey in the description if you are after financial advice.